Hey guys, welcome to LOVECAST the Boys Love Podcast reviews. And today we'll be reviewing My Engineer, the series. I'm your host Alexa, and with me today is my co-host Pixie.
Hey!
Hello! So today we're going to be doing My Engineer, which is the Thai series that came out last, spring and summer. General synopsis about the show. The main plot focuses on Bon and Duen. Bon is an engineer and he has a run-in with Duen, and due to their run-in hatches this plot to kind of get back at him for what happened. Throughout their interactions, their connection to each other starts to grow, and through that connection, the other people within their friendship groups become connected, and some relationships grow out of that as well. And it eventually tells the story of 4 different couples. And all of the episodes are available for free on YouTube. And I believe it's also on WeTV as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it originally aired on VTV for the Thai fans and on YouTube for the international.
So you should be able to access it on YouTube and possibly WeTV if you have you might need a VPN.
Like, both of those are officials, so if you want to support the series, then
either of those are
go
good.
for it.
Yes. So our general spoiler-free thoughts on the show. What do you think, Pixie?
So I'm sort of mixed by the show. Obviously, I have a bias with Perth being in it.
Yeah.
No, I both Perth and King, or Perth and Tailay, are so amazing in this show, and just in general amazing human beings, and it shows off in their chemistry on screen. So let's put it this way, if it was just Ram King show, like they were the main couple, they were like everything, then I would have given this show like a 10 out of 10. But I have some issues with like the other couples.
Yeah.
But I do, like, I read Ram King novel, and it's very, very different from the series. And anyone who's read the novel will understand why, because the novel is very poorly executed.
Yeah, you mentioned that before.
Yeah, it's like Perth said that the author was like 16 when she wrote it, so I get it. But yeah, it's very out of character throughout the whole novel. So I think like the changes they did were really great. But I don't like the dynamic of Bon and Dune. I don't like the type of trope, jealousy trope thing. I
agree.
Hate.
I agree completely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate to say it because I do like Cooper and Poi, but I feel like they could have benefited from them not being the main couple. I feel like after a certain point, they didn't have much to offer aside from repeating that same jealousy trope over and over again.
Miscommunication and jealousy. Yeah.
And the other couple still had like burgeoning storylines and I think could have used more focus on them after a certain point. And it's one of those things where, like I said, I typically like when couples get together early on, but I feel like this was one of the situations where they didn't, the show didn't really know what to do with them after Bon and Duen got together, so they kind of just kept doing the same thing over and over, and I think that made them fall flat compared to the other couples in the series.
Yeah. And honestly, like, both Bon and Dune's like personalities are bad in their own right. Like, they're very different people.
Yeah.
But like the naivety and the jealousy, and it's just
two extremes.
It drives
on a
me.
spectrum.
Yeah, it drives me freaking crazy. And if it wasn't for like the Ram King scenes, I wouldn't probably have finished the show, honestly.
Yeah.
And it's not because of the actors, because the actors are doing great.
Yeah, I agree. I really like the cast, but
Yeah, it's the story.
Yeah.
Like, all the actors are great, like, except, like, I'm sorry, I hate the dub. I hate the dub. It makes, like, I wish I never noticed it. Because after I started noticing,
so much.
It's just I had to, like, I rewatched the show like a month ago, and I had to skip all the boss and mech scenes because I couldn't listen to that dub.
It's so unfortunate because I love, like, I said this in, I don't actually, I guess the episode hasn't come out, but in the tropes episode, I talked about how much I love Friends to Lovers. And so their storyline, as it exists, I really enjoyed it. But the dubbing was just, every time I couldn't like look at Ryan's mouth, because whenever I saw that the words weren't matching up and like the voice just didn't fit him, I was just like, it took you out of the moment so much, and it made it so hard, because I did really like some of their scenes. And I liked the dynamic that they had, but the dubbing just really made it so hard to fully enjoy it.
Yes. And In Touch is so pretty to watch.
In Touch is so pretty, and I loved his character.
Yeah. There are problems with the show, but, like, honestly, the whole Ram King plot saved it.
It really did. So, what would be your overall grade of the show on our scale?
I put it at watch if bored. Like, I can't give it a must watch because there's too many problems with the main couple and the dub and all that. And it's sort of like on the range of being meh to watch if bored. But Ram King is pulling it. It's pulling the load.
Yeah.
It's pulling all it can. Yes. It's doing everything for the show. So yeah, I feel like everyone should watch it when they have the time, but they don't need to put like everything aside.
You have to watch this immediately. Yeah. I feel like I kind of had to, like, I was thinking about this and I was like, how would I rate this show? I feel like I almost had to break it down by couple. Like, obviously Ram Kim is like the must watch. Like, their storyline, like you said, carried the whole show. And like Beck Boss, I would put them probably at watch if bored, only maybe a little bit lower, only for the dubbing.
Borderline meh.
Yeah. And then Tata Frong, meh, because I feel like they didn't give us too much of them. I think they'll benefit from the second season a lot more, hopefully. And then like Bon and Duet, I'm just like, you shouldn't watch it.
Yeah, do not watch.
It doesn't bring anything to the series for me. But yeah, overall I would probably say it's like a watch if bored as a whole series. But I think it's definitely, you have to break it down by the couples, because Ram King really has a lot to offer.
And it's such an like a unique couple. Like, it's very unique, like, personalities, and just it's not something you see every day. And they really did like the best casting. Like, it was Perth and Tlay are like perfect in those roles.
Oh my gosh, I love their dynamic in the show and outside so much. I just enjoyed, they were delightful to watch.
And I'm not going to start with the tattoos. They're horrendous, but
we'll give them a pass.
Well, if they were real tattoos, they would be good, but they're really bad fake tattoos. You can see really clearly that they're fake. But that's probably just something like me, I notice because I have tattoos myself.
Yeah, no, it's definitely clear from, especially the Dreamcatcher one on the back of his neck. Like, that was just
detailed and shiny.
Like, no ink tattoo, especially if he got it years ago, looks that shiny and that fresh. Like,
yeah, and the detail in it's not possible. Like, it's impossible to get such a detailed tattoo on your neck.
Spot. Yeah. But I mean, they look good, even if they were very, very fake.
Fits the character.
All right, So from here, we'll go into our more detailed spoiler-filled review. So if you don't want to see any spoilers or hear any spoilers, now is going to be your time to click out of the episode. And when you do want to hear them, you can find this full episode over on our Patreon.